Hello, it's April and spring in Ankeny, Iowa, and I thought I'd share with you some of my favorite cards from Tailored Expressions. I filmed the video in April, so there's lots of new product out. So let's get started. New products that are coming or that are at the studio are a whole bunch of fun quilt products. They come, I love this card with the bright, cheerful hello, and there's new arch accessories to go with the dies and stencils and calendars for the next year so you can start your gifts early. I love the cards that can be used with the calendar product that can be used as well for cards. It's Mother's Day coming up, so of course I'm going to show a bunch of Mother's Day cards, and I love florals, probably like all of you, but aren't those gorgeous? And then for the non-moms in your life but have helped you so much, there's just so many wonderful things in the studio. I truly am enjoying all the different food cards, including like the kitchen accessories, like so many fun things. And I love tea, so sending a card to a person that loves tea works. And of course, Father's Day is coming up, so I had to bring in some cards, and it's wedding season, so all the wedding cards. It's so much fun to see the different ways to celebrate the bride and groom. Look at that teal wedding cake, so pretty with the white flowers, and using Valentine's Day dies to make a beautiful anniversary card. So fun. And then summer happiness is happening. Look at that, so pretty for bright summer card occasions. I love when we can add florals to almost any card, or leaves. That looks very masculine. And then of course summer birthdays kind of go with ice cream and cake and lots of beautiful cards in the colors. You could just watch this video and get a whole bunch of different color combinations. I also love the happy stamp, and they had like a whole end cap on how to use the happy stamp, so I found that to be quite endearing. So the way that they made this card was that they stamped the red and the yellow and the blue on the happy stamp, and then they stamped it, and then they took a polka dotted background stamp and they stamped that in white sugar cube ink. After they stamped the white polka dots onto the happy, then they cut out the happy, and then they assembled the card. Another card that blew me away was this Love You Bunches card from Sue Barker. She's one of the designers on Taylor's team, and holy cow, this was so much fun. So I asked how she did it, and they of course told me because they love sharing all of their secrets. And what Sue did was she embossed the white cardstock, and then she flipped over it, and so now the like the flowers and the leaves are on the are debossed. And then you took a blender brush with whatever color you wanted your flowers and your greenery to be, and you blended that in, you colored that, and then you took a darker ink like gumdrop and you just went over the top of it and got this beautiful look. And how fun is that? I just love that technique. Here is the embossing folder that goes with that. You didn't even need a stamp, you just had to use the embossing folder. I'm always looking for summer, birthday, and all occasion cards. I thought that those were really cute ones. This Oh Baby whale card, they used the starry background and stamped it 2 different times to get that beautiful periwinkle color and that white color in the background. The next group of cards are cards made from stencils, either stamp and combo stencils, or there's some kind of stencil element in them, and I just love them. I love using stencils. They make all their stencils in house, and so I'm really grateful for that because you can usually get them in stock sooner than later. along with their stamps. The stamps are also all made in-house. I believe really the only thing that isn't made in-house are the dyes, but don't quote me on that. The dyes and inks and paper are not made in-house. They have suppliers for those. But I love Tailored Expressions. I love their brand, and I love how their designers are so good with color combinations and just using all the elements of art. So fun. One of the things that I love about going to the Tailored Expression studio is that you can really see all the different colors and play with the different colors and see all the different dyes. And so here are just some pictures of my experience of seeing how all the products work together and how they can make a cohesive card and really help save you time in your studio while you're creating. And so, for example, this one is so simple, but it works well because of the right products. And same thing with the dies and cut combos, like the Feeling Rough dies and stamp. They're together, you can make a cute card in like really quickly. I love that corgi stamp. It's so cute. Those stamp and stencil combos are some of my favorite ways to make cards as well. And you can see different examples on how they used those stamp and stenciled combos. I just love that bookworm Gus and Gertie. It's so cute. But these are just fun stamps for your stamp and stencils. All right, when you go to Tailored Expressions, you have access to merchandise that you can only get at Tailored Expressions, including apparel. Oh my gosh, so fun. And then who doesn't want your studio to smell like lemons? And the Yeti tea cups that I know I've been eyeballing. Have you? And of course, access to a new product as soon as they come out. When I was at Tailored Expression Studio, they just brought out the card that Taylor just demoed. Like, her office and studio is like just behind the door from where the actual studio is, where you can go in and walk in. And that's always fun to see the new card that she made. And while I was at the studio, I was able to make this beautiful make and take card. It was just with cardstock, no inking, but it really turned out beautiful, and I just loved it. I did stamp the sentiment on the cloud, a birthday sentiment instead of just a note, because I needed a spring birthday card. Anyways, if you found this video at all to be helpful, please like this video, subscribe to my channel. I do Tailored Expressions studio tours about 4 times a year, and I publish new content every Thursday about watercolor cards and paper crafting, and it's just so much fun. I've really enjoyed having this time to share my knowledge and my expertise to those that are just maybe starting out paper crafting and how to get into this awesome world of paper crafting. Anyways, get your fingers inky, get those brushes wet, fill up some paper with watercolor, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.